And welcome back here to the men's state league game this evening. Friday Night Lights under lights, I suppose, here on LSA TV. And we have the Glenelg Seahawks versus Brighton. And I'm joined by the one, the only man who is probably smarter than me, who brought gloves down, Mr. Ryan Gaspari. Welcome to the LSA live feed, mate.
Thanks, Tony. Good to have you again, mate. This is good out here. Nice night for it.
It is with a pair of gloves, mate. I might just go and see Shane. Has he got gloves on out there? Normally he wears gloves on nights like those. No, he's probably got some in his bag. So, yeah, we'll be looking forward to having them tonight, Ryan.
Oh, looks very well, mate. I'm getting a little excited for tonight's game. Bit of a big marquee matchup.
It is a massive matchup here between, and it's always huge, Brighton and Glenelg at any stage over the last 10 years, as Jack Woodford picks the ball out of the middle. But Dan Evans will take the ball, but we've got a hand on the back there of Jack Woodford, and the ball kicks down here to Arlen Lynn. Kicks it down there to Jakey Rosenthal, who kicks it over to Pez, and up to Mitch Fuss. And we get the ball around, and wearing number 20 tonight. We were sitting there thinking maybe that was Anson Carter, but
yes.
It is certainly not Anson Carter. And number 20 for this evening is one of the American imports, M. Brigham. So apologies, I don't know his first name as yet, but Brigham, as Mitch Fuss just puts one over. And there you go, one of the youngsters of the Brighton Bombers getting one past Cody Watts early, and a little bit of a screen got tangled up. Good.
I think it was definitely a screen there. Cody picked it, he went down low, but I think it had a bit of a bounce off the pitch.
Had a good bounce off the pitch there, and Cody went low to it, as he normally does go low.
He does normally go low.
And Brighton are on the board early in the first through Mitch Lewis, and he's certainly one of those young up-and-coming players of the Brighton Bombers that we'll be looking forward to probably getting 2 or 3 tonight, given those opportunities.
Yeah, Brighton have actually got a few other good up-and-comers.
As we see another one here, Dougie Brooks just getting that one out of the middle. And kicking there over to Higgins. So Brighton with another offensive attack, and this man down here, Jakey Rosenthal, he's been good in the last few weeks. He's been very good. He's getting bags of 5. So anytime you can get a bag of 5, right, you're doing all right?
Oh, yeah. One of those every now and then would be nice, wouldn't they?
Yeah. I'd like a bag of 1. That would be nice. And obviously in the cage for Brighton down there, we got Clint Barker Chippy, and hasn't seen any action as of yet.
Oh, I'm sure it will get down there. Won't be long, it'll be down there.
as Cam Adams comes back into this side too, and Evan Locke just going about his business, and all of a sudden early, Brighton have got 2 past the keeper, and Evan Locke, he's been in great form this year, Eb.
He has, just then. He's just turned on the jets and said, see you later.
So he's got 1 for the quarter, and he really is getting in. Obviously coming off that real box, game, but he's had a good box season and then into the field season, and another win here by Woodford over Evans. And another goal here early. Yeah, none of that, Morty says.
Yeah, traffic control.
We were talking about, obviously, the nice Maverick Optic 2.0 for trick sticks, and Morty said he had a couple. I think he's just showing us one there. Good looking stick, isn't it, right?
It looks very nice.
Hey, the old Optic 2.0. You'd like to have that in your...
yeah, I think I'm due for one of these, actually. It looks very nice.
In the bag?
You know what, mate? I don't know. I'll have to pull out a trick, I reckon, half time to have a go for this one.
So we're going to go, you'll see tomorrow on Facebook and on Instagram, there'll be something come through LSA TV, and we'll be asking you to put up your best tricks, stick tricks, and the winner will be judged by LSA TV, and you will receive that fine head. And if it's one of the girls, because they certainly do some... as we see the sniper just getting his first shot of the evening. That one's only just gone past, but didn't have the backup. And they will win that, and if it's one of the women, they'll get a women's head. So it's a fair prize for just getting out there and showing what you can do. So Mitch Fuss bringing the ball out here, as he's got some motors, young Mitch.
Just taken right over from Fussy, hasn't he?
He is.
Taxi.
And obviously got one on the board early as well, Mitch. So Jack Woodford just likes what he sees. Toddy Bartlett doesn't find himself down in the defensive end too many times, I can tell you. And that's very unusual, because Toddy plays like I used to, mate. There's a step up over halfway. As Jake Rosenthal just goes about his work, kicks it up to Mitch, over to Woodford. They're just setting up this right-hand drive, and they've realised that Todd's down there. And they've seen each other a fair bit at... just steps. Oh, that one's just... don't know whether he got a piece of foot on that, but Cody's not real happy with the defence there. And if you were Todd, you'd probably be...
I would have followed out.
I would have followed him too. Just quietly. So Brigham with the ball, obviously one of Brighton's imports this year. Get to see his first taste of lacrosse in Australia. It's always an exciting time for these guys coming across. And your guys out yet, right?
Look, mate, I've been actually sworn to secrecy. I've just had a word with Scott Myers before I got down here. We're not actually sure if they've made it off the plane yet.
Okay. So
we may have had a just quick run-through session with a few guys
Brigham steps through there. He's certainly carved his way through. Well, I can tell you, mate, ours are here on Wednesday. They're coming in off the plane and really excited, coming off a really good season with Vermont. And nearly went all the way as Jakey Rosenthal just gets tidied up, and geez, they're having plenty of opportunities here.
Cody's seen a lot of shots early here.
Just like back in the ETP Div 1 days.
Well, I think he's seen a lot of shots back there. So he's come a long way from that, hasn't he?
Just a little. But yeah, he used to wear a few out there. But that's where you learn your craft, isn't it?
That's right.
It is. As Mitch Fuss picks up Bartlett on the bottom here. Toddy's still in defence.
Still in there. He likes it down there.
Brigham with the ball. Picks up to Arlen Lynn. Arlen Lynn just says no. There'll be a hold there. Paddy Palmer. Paddy Palmer's going to get done for a hold here, I'd say. Yep. Polly. Just getting that call right. And
Polly through the week. Did you see you got the club person of the week?
I did. Very well deserved.
Very well deserved.
He does a lot of things that go unnoticed, Robert Polly Farmer, and big congratulations to him. And a big shout out, because I did get told earlier that I didn't give a shout out to Tracy Borognick. the other day for getting Club Person of the Week. So Trace, for you, another big shout out. And Sarah from Woodville. As the ball trickles out over the boundary there. And Glenelg will, they'd be glad to get it in their offensive end, I'd say.
I'd say so.
As the ball just being worked out here. The sniper comes on the field, kicks it over to Morty. He's got on the left-hand side here. And he'll just run that over, and that's it. Yeah, no, they were safe.
Okay.
you saw the same as I did. Just kicks it down the bottom. Oh. Jared Hines, who had 6 last week on the end of a lot of that work against it. Just dropping that one. I think he was already on the cage before he got there.
He's already shot that one before it's gone. I know I come a bit late in here tonight, but no Nige Morton yet?
No, Nigel didn't play last week either.
Right.
He obviously had rubber burns from the ball the 3 weeks earlier, where he's nailed 20 goals in 3 games. And just was struggling a little bit with the burns coming from his hands.
Yes.
So, no, I spoke to Nigel earlier, and he was really disappointed not to be out there as the ball is taken out of the stick there. Good defence.
Is that the sniper?
That was the sniper. He's been outstanding, the snipe.
He's all over the field
this year, and I think it's that box game that he learnt earlier in the year.
Seems to be a bit of a trend, Tone. You've got to get these guys playing box.
That we do. Because the more people we get playing box, the better quality lacrosse we seem to be having played. As the ball is kicked down into Glenelg's offensive end, and kicks it over here to Zach Drury. And Zach Drury just dropping the handle there. And Cookie just bringing the ball out. And this is the thing where Cookie, sometimes he loses his head like that. And the referee, if he'd been there, and 100%.
That was there.
That's what he does. He does the good stuff, and then all of a sudden, just throws these wild cross checks and costs his team. And I'm sure Mark Mangum would pull his hair out occasionally with something like that.
Yeah, he will definitely.
Because he did the good work.
He did the great work. Tried to run it out. He just put his head down, lost it. But same as when you're an attacker, Tone, and you lose the ball to the defence, you just want to give them a whack on the way past.
Especially the goalies when they come out without those arm guards,
arm
mate.
guards.
Oh, we love them.
We've never been a goalie, have we?
Not in our life, nor would we ever want to be. But when they come out, they should have invested in some arm guards.
Yeah.
As Glenelg will certainly want to get one back here.
Yeah, need one to get us settled there.
So man up opportunity, and the sniper just going about his business. Puts that one low.
Good rebounds.
Kicks back up. Oh, good flick over, and this is an opportunity.
Bartlett.
And Toddy Bartlett just puts that one in the back of the cage and gets Glenelg on the board. We have on the Living Choice scoreboard here, as we see the Living Choice replay. Good feed across there. That was a really good quick stick feed.
Oh, good ball movement there.
And Toddy Bartlett putting one away, and he gets his first of the evening.
Let's go, Jono.
And we've got a 2-1 game here. So while Brighton had, 95% of the play in that first 10 minutes, Glenelg have managed to get one back.
Woody's doing real good in face-off at the moment. I think Glenelg need to get over in the face-off.
So the face-off, they haven't won one out here yet, Glenelg. Brooks with 1, and obviously Jack with 2. And Dougie Brooks brings this one out. Ball to be won on the ground here right in front of us. Almost a loose ball push there. Jono Marinovic fighting hard for the ball here. Stu Mortimer just didn't get a handle on the ball. Arlen Lim comes out. Oh, geez, did that... I've just come from Perth.
It's got a bit of bounce off the
Literally
bench.
just flew in from Perth, Ryan. And that was the old whacker there, wasn't it?
Wow.
And that inconsistent bounce doesn't excite goalkeepers.
No.
It excites attackers. It excites cricket players when they bowl a ball and all of a sudden one goes around the throat.
Yeah, I'm not really much fond of shooting on the ground, actually. I like the top corners, but
No. Hey, each to their own. As the ball is kicked down the back here. As Dougie Brooks just hands that one over to Lee Parham. He kicks it down here to Jakey Rosenthal. Dougie Brooks coming from the top. Well, good defense, and Steve Mortimer there just picked up here by Mitch Fuss. Good outlet there to Jono Marinkovic. But Arnold Lim with the motors. And those boys have obviously just come off an under-18s tournament playing with each other. So they know each other pretty well. Oh, little inherent inside. Brigham just not picking the ball up there. And the good work there from Zach Drury.
I think Glenelg just need to settle now and get a set.
Just kicks it up here to Jack Price, who's off to the Ozpacks very, very shortly.
Excellent. Love it.
So anytime you can represent your country is a good one. And they're off to South Korea, and Jack was had five assists the other night when we were out here.
Five of anything's good, Tone.
A handful of whatever.
So whatever you can get, 5 points.
I'd like 5 touches when I play.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I don't need to be the... Oh, good look inside. Marinkovic just looking to see whether he had the ball. Ball still on the ground to be won as they go about their business. And we've got an illegal procedure with a kick there. They kick the stick. So Brighton will bring the ball out. Oh, some tough work there being done by Arlen Lim.
Going through 3.
And again, one of those young up-and-goes. Fuss just breaks through the middle. No one picked him up. And the ball just gets kicked out here to Brigham. We will get his first name or give him a nickname straight up. And he's wearing Anson's old number,
well,
so
the first thing
your first.
I thought it was Anson. He actually played a bit like Anson too.
He did, didn't he? He's sort of got that same body shape. That upper body shape anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, good inside look. Just tip off the stick of the Brighton stick, and that'll be a Glenelg ball. And
easy clear for Glenelg.
nice, easy clear here for Henry Haskett, who's back from college as well.
Oh, yes.
Flew in last week and didn't tell anyone he was coming, so to speak.
Surprise.
Surprise, I'm here.
Yeah. I think every old clubs now will probably get the Americans over the next week or so.
Yes.
They're all just finishing up.
It certainly, certainly steps up the standard of lacrosse, doesn't it?
And all the teams are very excited when they get the Americans.
Well, as are the boys when they come over.
Yeah, well, exactly right.
It's and when they do come over, you certainly see some of the teammates start to prick their ears up and start to work a little bit harder as Jack Price goes about his work down the back, looking at building something. And that's a
great defense down there.
Good defense there as Brigham picks the ball up under plenty of pressure there from Zach Drury. And Zach Drury's going to find himself in defense here, but good check there. Well, we needed to get the ground ball. Luke Keesing. He certainly
great pickup.
Gets the ball.
It's gone all the way back to the quarterback.
And just settling it down here.
Yeah, Paddy Palmer just holding on to it.
Paddy Palmer with the ball, and Luke Keesing just pops over the top here. That's a bit easy. Although he made it hard for him, didn't it? Paddy Palmer just trying to make a little bit of suspense here. As Glenelg now have the ball down the back. So yeah, look, get on the Facebook, or if you're on YouTube, like and share us. We'd love to see you giving us a like, as we've got a few live viewers on at the moment. So it's good that the big games are drawing everyone. As you see the sniper just start to draw a few people as he comes down the back there. Dan Evans going about his work. He picks up Eben Locke, and another shot had there. But the backup was there from Glenelg. And they will bring the ball back into offense. And Glenelg just starting to build their offense, just like traditional carports and verandas. They, as Chippy just, he's doing a bit of that as well. Just doing the old traditional.
Yes, very traditional.
Going about the good work. As Jack Woodford, he doesn't mind going through people. And kicks it out there to Cookie.
Oh, he's lost it.
And this is where Cookie does it again. Again, good work there from Cookie, but this is where he often gives one away. And just that, like that.
There it is.
And the flag is down. Reasonable flag height. A little bit cool here this evening. So that might have just been the air velocity with the coolness in the air, not allowing the flag to fly as high as it should, right?
Might have to get an interview about that later, Tony.
Yeah, we can. They actually just named a new cloud structure, so
yes,
maybe the new cloud structure's around, and just they haven't seen that one before with the going up through the stratosphere. So Glenelg, obviously it's 2-1 here after Brighton come out of the box really quickly. Good take there from Zach Drury. It almost looked like he was having photos taken of him then, just the one hand, having to grab it from behind.
Drury's been really good at
Looks
riding.
inside.
Inside.
Bang.
That's Woody.
Jack Woodford
Another
says,
ground
no.
ball.
Oh,
no.
Hang on.
Don't
Let's have another
argue.
one. Here's another one. How many times does he have to have it?
Good
And
effort.
great job there from Jack Woodford.
Over to Evan.
And Evan has motors. And he'd be happy. He'd be very happy to be picking up a short stick in the defence.
There's a few boys this year with the chrome helmets.
Yeah, there's a couple of real shiny ones. You've got one in your team. I did give him a nickname the other day, called him Dorothy.
Dorothy, yeah.
I don't know whether Blakey liked it, but he did say no, it was all in good fun. So, you know, and given his 3-goal in a row the
very
other
happy
night,
with that game.
the Wizard of Oz nearly nicknamed him again. Oh, that's a cracking shot there. That's Brigham. Brigham has brought it to the Bombers. And Brigham gets his first in Australia. And Brighton, look at this one. So Cody's on his pipe, and that had some heat on it. Sorry, Anson. Never seen Anson shoot like that on the left.
Nickname to come shortly.
Oh, the ball comes out of the stick of Jono there, and we've got a 3-1 scoreline here. Brighton over Glenelg on the Living Choice scoreboard. As Shane Abbott just blows up play to start it again. And the ball kicks down the back to Chippy. And can't be long left in this quarter.
And there it is.
As on cue, right.
I know, it's just like you know. When you know, you know.
That ESP, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what a... Jesus, there was a couple of amazing things in that first quarter. I'm going to go back to the last one, though. Brigham's shot on that top left-hand corner. That had some sizzle, didn't it?
That had great.
That was a cracking shot, that one. And but obviously in the first quarter there we had Eben just coming off the left-hand side there, just burn his player and put one away.
Yeah, that's Eben's signature move actually on the inside roll.
And then young Mitch Fuss started the scoring off for the Bombers. Just
down low,
getting up, and throwing one on Code. Good little bounce shot. And Cody went down low, but not that low.
Not that low.
And then obviously up the other end, we had Toddy Bartlett just in that man-up situation.
That was a tic-tac-toe, and Toddy Bartlett was on the end of it.
Put it behind to give one, and 3-1 here to Brighton over Glenelg. And we've got a game on our hands here on Friday Night Live on the Lacrosse SA TV. Big shout-out to our sponsors, Living Choice, and to Traditional Carports Verandas. For all your carports, verandas, roofing needs, get in touch with them on tradvc.com.au or on 8376 3639, and they will look after your home improvement needs, and they do a great job, as they must, after being in here for 30 years in business. And right now, the other one there, Jackie Woodford, just the amount of pressure he took in that clear, which actually brought the ball down and got that shot, was phenomenal from Jack Woodford.
Jackie Woodford, easy, loves it in the traffic. Pick up ground balls, takes a couple of bodies and kicks it off. Standard Woody.
Standard Woody.
Yep.
So not the 575mm Woody, just the standard.
Just standard size, mate.
Okay. So ball here being won by Brighton again. Kicks it out to what can I only say is and you see a shot that he just shot like that, and then you see the pass which just has gone 10 metres. It's like my golf game. I have one really good shot, and then the rest of it's terrible.
That might be his shooting stick, not his passing stick.
Yeah. As it steps inside, and Arlen Lim going to be in the crease. And the ball,
Dan Evans
being, and Dan just finding Mitch Fuss and just leaning against him, just saying, Mitch, I've got a little bit more body weight than you have at the moment. So as Mitch picks up Dan, and I'm sure Mitch is actually becoming a really good midfield defender. He's got really good pace, like his older brother. But he actually holds a really good body position. So, you know, and you obviously played with him in the Super League this year.
Yeah, very good player to have on the team.
So it's nice to have those young guys who just give those motors. As we see the 2 ones coming together there, the sniper and Mitch. And Glenelg will be looking at getting some offense. He's just looking at Toddy saying, look, come in here. Oh, there's some rubbing his racing right there.
Just done a 360.
And good work there from Brittam, just to give the ball to Chippy. And now Chippy's out the back. And there's that one for the goalie, isn't it?
Yes.
The one with the no arm guards. As Rosenthal, he's been really good with his pickups, but he want to kill. I was going to say, he want to get rid of it.
Bartlett was coming.
As the ball kicks up to Woody. And Woody will just settle it down a little bit. Kicks it over here to Pez. And Pez going about his work. Down the back corner, gets it back again. And he's been really good this year as well, Pez. Kicks it over to Cody Rosenthal. Kicks it out to, again, to Jack Woodford, who kicks it back to Rosenthal. And Brighton certainly with good ball retention at the moment. He's got Perham up the top against Stu Mortimer. And here we go. The man with the heater, Brigham, just going about his work down the back there. He's got Steve Mortimer all over him. And I would think you would definitely have Steve on that, as Paddy just comes out, looks down, step. Good. Oh, good save there too from the keeper. But there's a flag here.
Good flag hold on that.
Illegal body. So there's an illegal body here on Jared Hines, who's just given him one after the save, and they'll go to a man-down situation for a minute.
He's a big unit, Brigham, isn't he?
He's a big unit.
He just marched straight through. Said, I'm coming through.
And we like that, don't we, Ryan?
We do.
Hey?
Some people play like that.
Some people play like that, as they're in a man-up situation, so you don't want to let him being able to rip that left hand. And Cody's...
He's picked that one.
He's picked that one, but they're in a man-up situation, and good outlet there to Evans. And I'm sure Cody's sitting there saying, that's one each, buddy.
Yes.
He is. So, although the other one was a cracker.
Yeah, I don't think anyone really would have had a chance for that last one.
I think that was a cracker. So, Glenelg into offense. It is 3-1 here on the Living Choice scoreboard. And Glenelg obviously in a man down, just trying to run down the clock as Brighton go about trying to push him around. And there's plenty of work being done down there by Jakey Rosenthal.
Good D by Jakey.
Really good D. As Jack Price has the ball. And you're not going to... That's a good matchup for Jack, even on that longie. That's a really good matchup. You just
good
can't...
Pick. Oh, shovel shot.
A little shovel. He probably had more time than that, didn't he, to get around that corner and really put one away. So... as the ball just went wide there from Jack Price. And the good sliding from the Brighton defence. And there must be another one of their imports out there as well. They've got a long stick there, number 2, Wells, who just picked that ball up. They've got similar body positions. Oh, good from Hines.
Wow.
Oh, hello. Bit of razzle-dazzle here.
Great take in the crease.
Bit of razzle-dazzle, and he got 6 last week, Jared Hines, and certainly went about finishing that really well. He's got some touch at the moment, as we see here on the Living Choice replay. Just a little one inside. Grabs it, just no shot there, and a little... Oh, that was sweet, wasn't it?
Another box player there, Tone.
Hey?
Takes it in traffic.
That was a really good shot there from Jared Hines, and he gets on the board in the second quarter. And we have a 3-2 game here. And obviously Brighton, with all their scoring in the first quarter, and nothing to show in the second at the moment, as Cookie just picks up the ball. And he's going to get nailed from behind here if he's not. A good stick handling there from Cook, but just needed to move that ball on instead of getting into the trouble. And that ball's gone out of bounds, and it will be a Glenelg ball. They go back into offense at 2 goals to 3 down at the moment. And ball up the top here with Jack Price. And it's good to have one of our black and white mic'd up this evening. Shane Abbott's actually got the mic on us out there tonight. So as we go on, as Dougie Brooks just got some ankles broken there by Jack Price, steps inside and goes top shelf, and Luke Keesing with the backup, but good move there from Jack Price.
Great move. Don't you love that when the ref blows the whistle right next to you?
You know what? I thought I'd given that up when I stopped playing. But it's like, he's that far over. We've got him mic'd up. And Drury just going about his work. They need to come to him. Ooh. Again, across the face. Good pace there from Zach Drury.
Plenty of shots coming from GLC.
So GLC with plenty of opportunities here at the moment. They've got to make the most of their opportunities. And
I think Drury likes his matchup.
We see here, Henry Haskett just, he's got motors, as I said, just coming back from college. Good save there from Chippy. That one's off the helmet.
Yeah, that's using your head.
He is playing a good game tonight. Clint Barker.
When he's on, mate, he's on.
You know, he's certainly come with that sort of feeling tonight. And Henry Haskett getting well in on the cage there. And I don't think he'd be too happy with his defenders if Chippy, if they're going to keep allowing the attackers to get there. Looks inside. And just sometimes the ball bounces for you, doesn't it?
It is. Looks like it's going their way at the moment.
Well, Brighton seem to have most of the first quarter. Glenelg just seem to be starting to settle into their work. And, Jared Hines is pushing off the long stick there in Wells as well. Henry Haskett. Pridham doing a great job there on Henry Haskett. And Hines handled the ball better than that when he shot that last goal. And he kicks it back up here to Jono Marinovic, who kicks it here to Drury. And Drury will want to be working against that as Luke Keesing, again. Jared Hines finding a fair bit of space in the middle there at times, Ryan.
He does. He loves pushing them around, getting on it. I like that position in the crease, Tone. I suppose that's one of your spots as well, mate.
Yeah, well, I must say I did. Another one across the face there from Drury. Yeah, I might have suited up last week.
No.
And I might have found myself one-on-one on the crease with 1K Watts and hit myself in the foot. So my crease days are over. I was saying earlier.
Ryan, I was refereeing that game. Yeah. I will tell you, it was about 3 metres out, and I don't think it made the goal line.
Here's what it is. No, and as I said, the reason I did it, because Shix saw me suit up and turned around and said, if he gets a goal, the whole defence has to buy a carton each for the rest of the team. And they locked me off, Ryan.
Well, fair enough.
No. You know, I mean, you've got to look after the attackers, not the defenders.
Jesus.
As Jack comes back. Again. just missing the cage here and there, aren't they?
Plenty of shots, plenty of shots.
As the ball comes back in here for Glenelg. So they're certainly having their opportunities, and the sniper with the ball now.
That's lefty on lefty.
Just kicking it back, steps around. Price with the ball. Looks over, and there
great
it goes.
Lord.
Oh, Chippy with a massive save down low. And Hines, after the one he got earlier.
Great ground ball, Eben.
Eben just doing his work hard here. Luke Keesing, he's battling hard there. Toddy Bartlett with the ground ball. And you see here, Chippy, this save, as Luke Keesing just razzle-dazzle steps inside. Oh, no. The ball back is exceptional from Glenelg. And,
oh, no.
As we talk about it, the sniper just put someone over.
Oh, another one.
Another inherent pass, and that's going to be a touch for us tonight. Might have even got a touch there, as Arlen just pushes it under the car a little bit further. No, that's good golf. Just like golf, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Good
Just
goal.
step on the ball. Toddy Bartlett with the ball in front of us. Kicks it up to Haskett. And those gloves are going on, Mr. Gaspari.
They are going on. I've just done a weather update. It says 13, but it feels like 8.
Well, as all good weather readers do say, it's probably you're probably right and wrong at the same time.
Yes, correct.
So ball here, kicks it up to Haskett. Yeah, the jackets are certainly keeping warm at the moment, these jackets. Glenelg with lots of opportunities at the moment. Oh, the snipe, another big save from Chippy.
He's on tonight.
That's 4 outstanding saves in this quarter already from Clint Barker.
Quick outlet.
And if Brighton can get one against the flow here, because they've certainly had all the play. Look at this one. Chippy just, the sniper come around the back corner there. And yes, it's...
Glenelg having plenty of shots, just can't put them away.
And opportunities present themselves only so often, right?
Correct.
And unless you actually put them away, the opposition come down the other end, have a minute of ball, and put one, and then all of a sudden you're down 4-2.
That's right, mate. You got to take your opportunities.
So Woodford
and Cam Adams.
Oh, Cam Adams with a laser. He let a few of those go in that State League Grand Final. Cam Adams. So he certainly thinks he's got Cody's measure when it comes to that outside shot.
Yes, yes.
And obviously another one of your teammates in the...
yes.
Did I see? Thought I saw a flag go up there, but I didn't. One of those Aussie, and you're looking forward to later in the year, mate? Getting away for the Aussie team?
We can't wait, mate. Just all training at the moment. We're just ready to go.
All training and plenty of saving.
Yes, yes. I'll tell you what.
Obviously, it'll be good when this sport becomes an Olympic sport, as you just see Woodford go about his work with Cam Adams there. Will be good when some money comes into the sport for Aussie representation, and not having to pay, what, 10, 12 grand? For,
yeah, well, by the end of it, mate, you're spending $10,000, $15,000.
Yeah, it's a lot of...
It's a real big commitment.
It's a lot of money to play for your country when other sports obviously have a pretty not easy, but they certainly get the dollars in.
Bit of a helping hand, it's all right.
It is.
They just bring out the pool competition. All the divisions for the games later on the year, Tone. We're in the orange division.
Oh, nice. So who do you play in the orange division, mate?
So we've got Finland, Sweden, Austria, and Costa Rica.
Okay, so a couple of snowy countries and a couple of warm ones.
Yes, but as you well know, like I suppose if you look at Team Israel, there's a lot of Americans in there, mate.
Yes, USA.
Yes, that's what they call them. Yeah.
I was over there in 14, and when Australia played Israel, as Dougie Brooks just runs the ball down, kicks the ball up to Anson, aka Brigham. Oh, good inside step there from Dougie Brooks. That ball's gone across. And a couple of shout-outs to people watching online. Jesse Whitten, another one of your Aussie teammates.
Yeah.
He says, GLC not following LSA's rules.
That's Lee Parham.
Lee Perham, I'm sorry, I was looking down at that. I'm going to be glad to be looking at the LSA TV replay here. Living
come
choice.
on the left, he stopped,
Comes
planted.
on the left, stop.
Bang.
That's right-handed.
He's come left, stop, turn right, bang.
Wow. Lee Perham putting one on the board, and just like that, they're out to a 4-2 lead here. And Lee getting the first one of the game for himself. And again, didn't take their opportunities, Glenelg down this end, and they could have literally been up 4-3. And they could have got a couple down this end, but didn't take their chances.
And Brighton one's got against the
And Morty picks the ball up as Dan Evans won the face off that time. And yeah, Jesse Winnan, I'll go back to, he says, players not wearing nominated colour undershorts and socks. Some in black tights, some wearing white tights. Players wearing different coloured socks. Some in, and that's where the message sort of goes longer. And Jess, almost need sponsorship to read that out. But yeah, you are right. You know what? Again, you know, there are sponsorships available on LSA TV. We're happy to certainly get your businesses. Price goes down about his work. And another shot there from Jack Price. And our sponsors here, obviously, Living Choice and Traditional Carports and Verandas. We thank them very much for being on board. If you'd like to be a sponsor on LSA TV, we would love you to be there as Todd Bartlett goes about his work. And drew a lot of players there, and just not much movement off the ball from Glenelg at the moment.
Nah, they're just looking for that one player to drive.
And that's the bang. Oh, again, top shelf. And shots being had willy-nilly here. And that was Hines that time over the shoulder.
Hines is loving him in the crease. He's finding himself open. Plenty of opportunities.
Found himself in the crease. As Shane Abbott blows the whistle for him to start back in. Oh, just burns in. And again, another opportunity there from Price. Just not putting it at the back of the cage. And the ball will stay Glenelg. As Sniper picks up the ball. Toddy Bartlett running down the side here. Just drops the hands. And another back up there, but good trail check there from Cook, who just got a big piece of that as he did. And Luke Keesing going about their work. Sniper, left hand, looking at the other lefty here. And the Sniper up to Keesing. And I'm just going to say, Ryan, I don't know what the temperature says on your weather machine there, but I reckon it's just dropped about another 12 degrees from that 13 degrees in the last minute. As Chippy picks the ball up there, and another turnover, and we've got a flag down here on the outer side as Mitch Fuss picks the ball up and just keep going. Oh, did he have that in his hand? I'm not sure that, I'm not sure, and I'd love to see a replay of that. I'm not sure here that Mitch Fuss, right, look, he looks like he puts it. Oh, he looked like he put it.
Throwing it back in there.
It almost looked like he put it back in his stick. Oh, just on the end there. Good save there from Cove. Shout out to Dylan Wood. Goalie's got to have that. And Michelle Rosenthal says, yeah, Matt. Sammy Hissey, he's a regular on the LSA TV. Sammy Hissey, big shout out to you, mate. He says close game. Simon Fleet, Phil McConnell, make me laugh, Fitzy, you clown.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is.
I don't know. You know, there's none of this Dance Monkey Boy dance on this show. So big shout out to Crack. And ball going left to right here.
Things can happen, Phil. Just need sponsorships, mate.
Sponsorships are available. And there's going to be a flag down here. Look at the flag height there. Oh, that one's up. And Kippo's got that one in good air. Cross-checked by Jack Woodford there. And the greatest thing about Kippo with his flag height is it only goes about a metre behind him, so he doesn't have to go far. Gets plenty of height upwards, but only about a metre away from him. So
smart man.
That's why he's in the blue division.
That's right, mate. Efficient.
And so Glenelg with a man-up opportunity here, and they really need to get one away with the amount of offensive ball they've had this quarter. Chippy's had a great quarter. He's had about 7 saves so far, Chippy. Oh. Well, he's certainly putting his stamp on the living choice player of the game.
Hines.
Oh, Hines, and again, Chippy with another one. They're having an outstanding second quarter here. Certainly doing a good job. Here's Cook. He's got to get rid of the ball. He just tries to do too much as the whistle goes for half-time there, mate. I didn't see that one sneaking up. And we see at half-time here, the Brighton Bombers up 4-2. And just only 1-goal quarters from both sides there. But very interesting game of lacrosse here, right?
No, very good, mate. There's a lot of players on fire tonight. I think Chip's doing well in the shape, the goals for Brighton. Cody's done well himself.
Yeah, look, they've had a couple of good saves on both ends. Keepers certainly keeping in their respective teams in the game. And obviously, yeah, goal scorers that quarter, we had Lee Perham, obviously, with that righty.
Oh, yes.
Just both hands, isn't he? He's a quality player, Mr. Perham. And, yeah, just stepping around on the right. And then Jared Hines with that little one where he did that little bit of razzle-dazzle and just almost did the full twist and popped it back. And they're the ones that are going to have to get in the cage. But I don't know how many. I mean, Chippy had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 saves that quarter on what would have been probably another 10 shots on that. So Glenelg have probably shot 15 shots that quarter, give or take. For one goal. Their scoring efficiency. And right now, I'm sure they'd love to have one N. Morton out there.
Yes, well, he's doing the damage most games. But if Glenelg can hit the cage in this second half time, I think we're going to have a very different story happening.
We are. And we might just go and have a couple of words from our sponsors here.
Adelaide. Keith, what's your verdict?
I'm impressed, John. These apartments really do have the wow factor. And you can choose from spacious one-bedroom apartments through to ultra-luxurious penthouses.
Location, luxury, lifestyle and living well. Once again, Living Choice has ticked all the boxes.
Come and have a look at the stunning display apartment.
And John Wood here for Living Choice Fullerton, a luxury retirement village which is set to become the most exclusive retirement living address in Adelaide. Keith, what's your verdict?
I'm impressed, John. These apartments really do have the wow factor. And you can choose from spacious one-bedroom apartments through to ultra-luxurious penthouses.
Location, luxury, lifestyle and living well. Once again, Living Choice has ticked all the boxes.
Come and have a look at the stunning display apartment.
And discover the new standard in retirement living.
As we're just getting the last few words from our coaches over there, and what do you reckon the two coaches will be saying here, Rye? Schick's happy with that?
Look, the opportunities are there, as I was saying before, but I think the execution of those shots, they've just got to go in. I mean, if they could get half of them in, they'd be doing a lot better.
Well, I reckon they went 1 for 15 that quarter. That's just not good enough shooting percentage.
It's not, and most of them there, I reckon they were almost right on the crease.
Yeah. Yep. And 1 for 15, and down the other end, to be honest, Brighton probably went 1 for 3, 1 for 4. They didn't actually have that many shots in their offensive end, but you know, you're still going at 33 to 25% shooting percentage where the other end. And I'm sure Schicks would be saying that, you know, we've got to take the opportunities that come to our fore. And Mango will be pretty happy at the moment.
He would, mate. They don't have to do a lot of work down there. They only spend about a minute in the attack line to get a goal. And
yeah, well, as I said, they had that one, and I think there was one Cody might have good piece of down this end.
Oh, that was a good save.
Yeah, and obviously, Rye, we've seen a few kids out there throwing the ball around with their stick skills, but we've obviously tomorrow on Facebook and on the Instagram we'll be launching our best stick tricks for June, and you'll be able to win the Maverick Optic 2.0, which is sitting in front of us. And I just have to keep an eye on that it is still sitting in front of us at the end of the night, because Ryan's had his eye on it all night.
It's not a lacrosse ball, Tony. I only take those home, mate.
As to most players, I can't believe they get eaten. But yeah, look, obviously thanks to Maverick, and you know, we'll be looking at having Maverick Cascade sponsorship, and we'll be looking at having the best stick tricks being put up on our Instagram and Facebook for us to have a bit of a judgment. And
so anyone can win it, Tone? Anyone can win?
Anyone can win.
Right, so if I go home tonight and practice my tricks.
If you go home tonight and practice your tricks,
yes,
you are half a chance.
Thank you very much.
Yep, even LSA TV's own Ryan Gaspari could win it. Hey? And I don't think I could win it because I'm lucky to catch the ball, let alone do a trick. And that's a trick in itself. So yes, I suppose if I put my own video up.
Can I just do a pinch and pop? Because I can do that.
Yes, you can do that. Very nice.
This would be a good stick for pinching and popping, I can tell you.
I don't think so.
No?
Don't think it's a little bit wide there,
It's a bit wide, Tone.
Oh, no.
That's good for you.
That's the face-off play. That's a catching stick for me. That's what I need. Only the problem is it'd probably get checked out of there very easily.
Hang on. We might get Christian just to swing it. Christian, just swing that down here, and so that people can see what they're possibly getting here.
There we go. So
where is it? He's too close. There we go.
There's the head. As the boys are just about to go back.
And we're all good. Sorry, Christian. Thank you.
Christian was all set up for the face-off. Doing a great job on the camera up there, Christian. And it's just as cold up there as it is down here, I think. I think hot air rises, doesn't it?
Yeah, it must be a degree hotter up there, I reckon.
As the sniper brings the ball into offense for Glenelg for the start of this third term. Live and free on LSA TV. Brought to you by Living Choice and Traditional Verandas, Carports, Roofing and Guttering. And if you'd like to get on board with the sponsorship of LSA TV, just drop us a line. And we would love to have a chat to you about sponsorship as the year goes on.
Half-season specials coming up.
Absolutely, and obviously then we have the big finals series at the end of the year. I know we're still into the infancy, but yeah. And we can about his Brigham, about his defence
yet to be named.
I don't know. I was going to another ping. So they've got 14 to go this quarter.
Just keep going.
They have. As we thank Shane Abbott for being mic'd up this evening.
Doesn't have to be a good one.
And Jack Price with the ball down the back there. And he'll be looking at getting on the scoreboard. He's got some tricks at the moment, Mr. Price. But if they draw someone like that, there's got to be someone free here.
Yes.
And to draw that second defensive slide, there had to be someone free, but they'll look it up and he saw nothing.
He's doing well back there. He's dancing. He's getting the slide to come, but there's no free man to hit.
And he likes these one-handed things at the moment. Toddy Bartlett just lighting up the West Beach Caravan Park.
Yep.
That's where the balls go. They do. The balls go out of play, and that's going to be given to Brighton. So they had the backup.
They did, mate. I think one of the caravans in the Caravan Park had the backup there. So I'll see them Monday morning in the office for some repairs.
And obviously, yes. And yeah, now you were named on the Gold Coast the other day.
Now, the
Okay.
title.
I didn't have the title. I just know that
Yeah, so I did hear
Ryan
my
Gaspari
mate
could do
Sammy
everything.
Kilford down here having a go.
So what was your title?
It was Young Achiever of the Year.
Oh, yeah,
So that's for the caravan and camping industry.
Yep.
So not a salesperson. I've never sold anything ever. So
That's my job.
yes, right. Oh.
Not in caravans, but in sales.
Sure. So yes.
So young
Achiever of the Year.
Young Achiever of the Year.
Yeah, I was actually. Oh.
And flag goes there. Look at the height over there from Kippy. And we're going to have a flag here for a slash. And they'll be in a man-up situation. And this is not where Glenelg want to be, is it?
No. Very efficient at the moment, Brighton, with their shooting. Don't need many shots and many goals.
And again, Eben Locke just drawing that foul.
Yep.
With the hard work he gets to. So Cody's obviously seen Brigham from this left-hand pipe.
I don't think you want to see that again.
I don't think you want to see that again either. As the ball kicks around. So yeah, so obviously as ball to be won here. Oh, that's one that Woody just didn't take a good there handle from
Paddy Palmer's all over him.
And Paddy, they just need to pick the ground ball up. So that's going to be a white ball as it just trickles over. So it would have been a bit warmer up there too, Rye, in your awards. So where was the awards held?
It was actually on the Gold Coast.
Yep.
Stayed in the Star Resort. That's their casino.
Star
up there.
Casino. I
So,
stayed up there a couple of years ago with work.
Mate, 5-star hotel, amazing.
Yep. We had every year with the pool industry. They have the splash conference up at the Gold Coast.
Yes.
And yeah, we are just over the road at the convention centre most times.
Yes.
So we stayed at the Star last time we were there, and a great place.
Very great place. You get in trouble at the night times when you wander into the casino.
Yeah, the restaurants there were good. That's where I got in trouble. I'll have 3 of those, 2 of those, and a turnover down the back here from the Glenelg Shorties. Pops up the top, needs to be right on here.
He is.
And Mitch Lewis.
He's asking for it.
So look at the shoes though. Okay, there's got to be a. They are, for those of you on the live stream, the Brigham has come over with the best pair of gold boots. I'm going to call him Liberace from now on. So he's got a new nickname. Liberace is in the house because they are some fine shooting shoes.
Wow.
And Briggs, it is a term of endearment when you get a nickname out here in Australia and to get one so quickly. So just Liberace stand there. Cody just with the ball. Good save there. But they are some shooting shoes, aren't they, Tex?
They are. Oh, they're unbelievable. They might have actually started a different colour, but they've changed after that shot he's had. He's on fire.
They are. I don't know. They are very, very good-looking boots. So Glenelg with an opportunity here. It's 4-2 with about 5 minutes gone in the third term. It's certainly very low scoring for these 2 games. And as Hines just slips, and this is where Mitch Fuss, good work there. This is Wells. Wells obviously one of their other imports. And ball just flicked out the back. And good defense here from Brighton. They've certainly strengthened up their defense with Wells out there. So obviously you can see the difference in the side. On the right hand from Libba.
Rhino, when do your Yanks get here?
No, he's not allowed to say.
Sworn to secrecy.
Sworn to secrecy.
We did have a quick training session tonight at the club just for a few walkthroughs, but it was just an auto class.
Yes. say no more.
Coming in tomorrow morning then?
Hopefully they'll be here if their flight is not delayed, and it should be a good game with ETP tomorrow. As I've just heard their 2 Yanks have arrived.
Yeah, they've got 2, and I believe they've got another one coming as well.
Excellent.
As Mitch Fuss just gets around the back. Oh, good slide there from... big shot there from Arlen Lynn. And Arlen, great ball hold. Took the heat from Steve Mortimer.
Stevie Mortimer was coming out hot too.
Arlen Lynn with his first of the game. And
you see on the replay.
He was hot on that, just took the body.
What a bounce shot.
And again, the second one there from Lewis just didn't quite have enough on him, but Steve Mortimer is coming as we see a timeout called here by Glenelg. And Schicks, obviously, he's gone straight to his defense and said, this is not acceptable. And you can see Schicks there just with the hand gestures going, this is not acceptable.
He's not happy. It's a cold night, but there's still steam coming off that forehead.
Yep. As happy as he would have been if I'd scored last week. So we've got a 5-2 game here, and again, it's still in the midst of being very, very. This is that heater. Oh,
still looks good.
Still looks good, doesn't it? You know who that reminds me of?
Who's that?
Gaspari when he shoots.
Please.
Oh, can he shoot? Hey, left and right. But yeah, so these few little ones. And this is a Hines one, which just that was the 360. I'm just going to dance with somebody. Wanna feel the heat with somebody.
Cold's got to Tony tonight.
My contract says I'm allowed to sing 3 times a night. I haven't seen the contract yet. But here we go. So back in the middle here, Evans against Woodford. We've got the sniper on the outside wing here against Cookie. And this is going to be an interesting... there's a quick whistle there from Polly. That was a really quick whistle in the face. And I didn't even think Woody had got down and got set yet, because his stick looked very not vertical, or horizontal, or whatever way it is. And Keesing. So we got on the Living Choice scoreboard here, you see Brighton 5, Glenelg 2. And Glenelg certainly will want to get one on the board, because they've had their opportunities, and this is the outside ones where they've just had Chippy, and Chippy Nate's another big save. Look at the flag height on that.
Fantastic.
It's Kippo with that one, and Kippo, I'm going to say, he has thrown the best flags all night.
That's how you're in the blue division, mate. The flag height.
I was going to
it's
say,
all about the flag height.
Nothing to do with the decisions. So all you young referees coming up, just look at Mr. Kiplock there and see the flag height he gets, and just the vertical straight up flag height.
Straight up, straight down.
And stands with, and it lands within about a metre of where he first throws it. As the rotation comes here.
Tony, they might have OHS regulations with that flag.
Well, I'm hoping there's not enough weight in there with the elevation coming down that it actually causes any damage. So maybe the SH&E people should get out and have a look.
Correct.
Good defense here from Brighton, though. They're certainly going about it, and a good save there again from Chippy. And Luke Keesing just hits the deck. And a good shot from Toddy Barton. It wasn't much angle as Evan Locke, he's lost the ball. Oh, that's going to be no over and back, because obviously Brighton touched the ball pre that. But that will be not even. And Arlen Lynn, he will outrun Mitch Lewis. And you need to get the ball on up now, 6-2. You see Lynn just waiting for Tony to almost bite. And puts it back, and Shane Abbott. So Shane, you can hear Shane puffing there.
That's it. Sit down. Sit.
And Marenkovic with the ball here. Steve Mortimer. Oh, good from Mortimer, but had a big hold on him. Probably thinking he might have got one there. As the ball kicks out to Cam Adams. And he doesn't mind firing the shotgun when he needs to. Down to Rosenthal. He's been playing that X position tonight, and he just brings people in. A good pick off there from Watts. And Cody looking out. Oh, finds Haskett. Just sets him up a little. Ball to be won. As Cam Adams, there again, you're not going to upset a box player with that sort of stuff. Oh, but the ball has gone down by the feet as it runs out towards the boundary and just pushes him out. Just took the step there. Good from Jake Rosenthal. And as the ball just kicks over here, and there's another heater. That one's come off the knee. One's actually come off the knee onto the post there. And a couple of shout-outs here. We got Sam Hissey still watching. Johnny Hill's watching. Big shout-out to you, Johnny. Josh Tate. Another one of we're going to see a penalty here. An illegal procedure.
Who's that, Dan Evans?
An illegal substitution.
Cody ball still back left.
So they're down to a 4 zone here, and that's not what they needed. Mike Bahajar's watching. Brady Williams is watching on live. Ricky Smithson, Amy Butterfield, big shout out to Amy. And Dylan Wood says Kiplock's best flag was when he lost Canada the World Championship. They're a tough man, to be honest, and that's through the sticks and bang. Oh, saw a big piece of that. And the ball to be won out here. And that's a good little back kick there.
And Libbers picked it up, bring it back down again. Oh.
As a timeout here to Brighton. So they just want to reset here. And Barry Morris is watching. Mel Williams says, Ireland, sensational. And Peter Greenhow, Drew Cooper, big shout out to everyone watching live on LSA TV. Harry Edwards, Zach Clothier, Trish Adams, Rachel Hill, Nick Brown, a couple of the boys. You're looking forward to coming up, seeing Nick tomorrow. And Glenn Meredith, Rubber's watching. Rubber, we wish you all the best for the under-23 Ozpac games, mate. Obviously, big crowd down here. Obviously, Brighton and Glenelg always draw a big crowd, these two teams. And Anson Carter's watching.
Oh, he's watching. I thought he was out there.
Well, we thought it was Anson out there before. He's wearing your number really well. Is Brigham?
He's doing well.
AKA Liberace. Yeah, so big shout outs here. Michael Gowdy's watching. K-Man. Warren Brown. Was over in Perth. And mate, I just came from Perth today, and I can tell you I'd rather be back there. It's about 2 degrees here, and it was beautiful over there for the week. So shout out to you, mate. Twisky, another one. Twisky says get Fitzy off the red tins, Tony. No, definitely not off.
Mate.
No, the red tins. It's that cold. The red tins are going white, mate. They're in CC at the moment. And as the ball comes back here into play. And we have a 6-2 lead on the Living Choice scoreboard. And Glenelg just need to get a score on the board. They've had plenty of opportunities. So obviously being able to see out that man-up opportunity in that 4 zone. And here's Brigham. Is he a lefty or a righty?
I think he's a lefty after that shot. I hope that's not his offhand.
Oh, look at the double flag height. Although Kippo's done him, he's outdone him. And Shane Abbott down there, and as shots had on the so Steve Mortimer again going to the box for a cross check there. So Glenelg will find themselves down again. And Polly just asking Perham to come and get the ball. So man-up opportunity here, and a score here from Brighton would be massive. It would, in the context of this game, given the fact that Glenelg have only been able to put two goals on the board. And that one's hit the back of the net from a shot from Perham on his right, but no damage done there. Yeah, obviously being a really massive scoring team, Glenelg have been over the last few weeks, Ryan.
Yes, mate, I was actually fortunate to miss that game.
Yeah, that's because you were in Queensland.
Correct.
With the Young Salesman of the Year.
Libba.
Oh, good pick up there, nearly by Arlen Lim. He's been outstanding tonight, Arlen Lim.
Oh! Great touch.
That is a 3-0 quarter, and it's almost blown the game apart. That was just not much you could do there, is there?
Not much, mate. He's just turned, put a little bounce shot from Cody. He did well to get down close near to it as well.
And especially in that, you see here, it's just that little, yeah. The Glenelg defence haven't been fantastic tonight, and obviously that was a man-up goal because he'd just been released. But yeah, Glenelg are going to have to find something here, and yeah, they really are missing one as the ball just trickles out over here, and with the ice on the grass, as Shane Abbott just shears the glass as he goes past. Paddy Palmer picking up the ball, and then up to Henry Haskett. Kicks it over to Jack Price. So the ball kicking up here to Jono. Kicks it over to Toddy. Back to Jono, and they've set really high here. Jack Price coming from X up to the top, mate.
Yeah, change it up a little bit. He's getting free down the back. Likes his matchup with Evan.
I like it.
Toddy Bartlett's open.
Oh, good save again from Chippy. He's been good tonight.
He's got a weird stance, Chippy. He kind of holds the stick low, where most goalies hold it right up high. He holds it down at the waist.
Yep.
He just, he's played a lot of years with him. He's very hard to get past.
Yeah, he is. And obviously just missed out in the last Australian team. So
yeah, there's a few of us that was like that time.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that, Ryan.
It's a bit of a touchy subject, but that's fine.
I didn't mean to bring it up because, you know, the Young Achiever of the Year doesn't deserve that from me. As the ball just trickles out, he's going to say his foot was on the line when he was in possession. And the ball will turn over here. And you see Dougie Brooks pick the ball up. Kicks it back to Chippy. And here we go, Cam Adams through the middle. Oh, this could be trouble.
Go, Steve, go, Mortimer!
Steve Mortimer kicks it over to Bartlett. Again, Toddy just, he's gone down a few times like that when he's going to turn. So maybe he needs the long stops in tonight.
Maybe it's going to be dewy out there. Ice is starting to form on the grass.
That was a dangerous pass from Chippy there to Cam Adams. You don't like to see that from one of your Aussie teammates, do you?
No, thank you very much.
But that's just trouble. Ball kicks down the back. Henry Haskett. So just starting Jack Price coming up the top. Just getting the better of Edmund Locke up the top there, but holding good position as good position it is from our sponsors as the sniper puts that one across the cage. And again, good position you would be in if you went and spoke to traditional carports, verandas, roofing, because they will certainly look after. Oh, Henry Haskett with his own little bit of magic there. Wow. And is that the little bit that sparks the Seahawks back into a game?
That is what they needed, Ty.
So as we look on the Living Choice replay, and a really pivotal one for Glenelg, and that is, what have we got now there, Ryan? 7-3. 7-3.
Right, hang on. Down you go. Set.
And Jack Woodford with another win out of the centre. You heard Shane set the players there. And he's been really good too, Woody, tonight. Yeah, no.
Yes.
As we see Perham, he's already got one on the right. That one's come off a foot. The goalies, you know, given the score lines, the goalies have been doing a great job both ends.
They have. Actually, something I've noticed about Cody, he does the splits a fair bit, doesn't he?
He didn't get that from me.
I was just going to say, because I can't do that either.
I couldn't do the splits if I dreamt it. So kicks it down here to Rosenthal. And Jakey, really silky ball handler, Jakey Rosenthal now.
He's a good feeder.
He obviously played in the crease a lot, you know, before he went away to college, and was one of those guys that, you know, just stood up and became that finisher. But right now, he's certainly got the good tip. That's tip off White, and the way that ball rolls, Cody Rosenthal. Oh, he's trying to take on Dan Evans, and the ball comes out in front of us, and Cody Rosenthal just picking the wrong man there. And Dan Evans, there was a bit of a weight disadvantage between the two. And another goal here from Glenelg would be really interesting at this point of the game with about 5 minutes to go in this third term. Score is 7-3 here on Living Choice scoreboard. And another one here from Glenelg with 5 minutes to go in this third term would certainly bring this game back into a bit of a momentum shift. Zach Drury's found himself down here a lot. Another save, but look at the flag height there from Abbott. We'll listen to him.
Gold 1-4. 1.
So there we go. Cody Rosenthal going to the box, and here's a big opportunity for Glenelg. Cody Rosenthal getting a 1 minute slash there from referee Shane Abbott. And the ball coming out the side here. Gives it to the sniper. Hasn't done a lot tonight, the snipe.
He hasn't. He's been quiet, but... Oh, there it is.
Well, there you go. I thought that we had a bit more time in that than we did.
That's all right, mate. You've had 1 out of 2 so far, I think.
It's still only 30%, mate. So we're into what will be a fantastic last quarter. Glenelg will start with the ball in man up, and they'll be speaking about how they can get one away fairly quickly and get back to the centre. And obviously Brighton will be looking at what is going on out there, and they'd be pretty happy with that too. So we'll have a quick word from our sponsors.
John Wood here for Living Choice Fullerton, a luxury retirement village which is set to become the most exclusive retirement living address in Adelaide. Keith, what's your verdict?
I'm impressed, John. These apartments really do have the wow factor, and you can choose from spacious 1-bedroom apartments through to ultra-luxurious penthouses.
Location, luxury, lifestyle and living well. Once again, Living Choice has ticked all the boxes.
Come and have a look at the stunning display apartment
and discover the new standard in retirement living.
Ready?
As we're back here live at the Glenelg Lacrosse Club, and I'm joined by Mr. Ryan Gaspari. Really interesting quarter that one was, Ryan.
It was, mate. I'm looking forward to this next quarter because they'll hit this first goal. I think he's going to be interesting.
Yeah, well, it's never over, and Brighton have been that sort of team that normally tear you apart in one quarter, don't they?
They do.
In the past, they've had those 6 and 7 goal quarters, and you think you're with them, and then they put their foot on the gas. But, you know, Glenelg have had the shooting opportunities, and maybe the opportunities in front of the cage have passed them by not putting those in, because I think the score would have been a lot closer right now, having that second quarter with those 14 or 15 shots. But Glenelg start in a man-up situation, so they will it is a must that they get one away.
They need one, but Chippy's been playing very, very well in the cage for Brighton.
He's been outstanding tonight in the cage. As Luke Keesing just picks up the ball. And he knows exactly where he's supposed to be going, being one of the good referees in South Australia and obviously around the country.
He's a good referee, mate, and when I get him for our games, he's very good. He's one of those refs that talk to you while you're playing.
Yeah.
He'll say, you know what, mate, that's as far as you can go with that.
And we spoke to him last Friday night while he was out with you guys refereeing, and we said exactly that. It's really good that, you know, the Chippy went, I've seen a few of these tonight, maybe we'll have another save. As ball here, kicks it out here to Wells. Wells going about his long stick. He's got some motors, hasn't he? As kicks it up. Oh, good pass to his counterpart there in Brigham.
Libba.
So kicks it over here to Perham. And Perham would be quite happy at a 7-3 game to just take it down and take a bit of time off this clock.
That's right, Tone. I think Glenelg was going to have to pick a time in this game now, is where they're going to have a go at it.
Yeah, and as you say, that the defensive side of things tonight just haven't really worked for Glenelg as such. Brighton have been really good in defence.
Brighton have been real good.
You know, and even though Glenelg are having shots, they're still pushing them to angles that probably aren't fantastic angles.
That's right. And that's what Glenelg do best, actually. They push you to take these shots in the bad angles, and Cody just gobbles them up.
Yep. So you see Woody here against Drew. And here he is, Brigham. He let one go for all of those who didn't see weren't tuned in earlier.
If you want to get back and replay that later.
If you get on and look at the first quarter, as Rosenthal just steps around and walks into a whole lot of white. Good save up there from Watts. Good save.
He was. He's always looking for the
Oh, that's a good outlet. So no damage done there for Glenelg, but they certainly need to get on the board here. And that's not the way that it's going to happen. And Mortimer against Locke. Oh, that's almost that tunnelling, isn't it? In the AFL, that's a tunnel. And a great pick up there from Price, one-handed. And a flag down. Oh, Toddy Bartlett just dropped the ball. So there is a slash being called here. So there we go.
Really need to capitalise on this one.
Well, they obviously had the first man-up opportunity and didn't, you know, got what we'll say was not a great shot from Luke, you know, in the middle, which basically went to Chippy's sort of stick hip. So they need to, and that's probably the shot, you know, where they just, that's probably it. Yeah, that is a great look downstairs. Oh, just a massive hole down the bottom there. To a 7-4. They need a face. So Jono and Dougie in the face-off here. As we see Henry Haskett, he looks like he's line dancing down the side here. Got a bit of the old, just got the crab crawl going down the outer side. And Dougie Brooks picks up the ball. Henry Haskett, though, just putting pressure on him. And the penalty's been released from the Bombers. So they'll be into even. And Henry Haskett just chasing Dougie Brooks around the bottom there. Kicks it up here to Cam Adams. Who kicks it up to Locke, who kicks it over to Pez.
They'd be very happy just to throw it around.
And they could do that all night as he kicks it over to Kai Selleck. And Kai just passes it back down to where it started from, down at Dougie Brooks. And if you, as he looks at coming around the corner here, one-on-one, blink of an eye, that goal that Glenelg got back, as we see here on the Living Choice, you just see Henry Haskett just tried to had the good body position on him, and just, stick came up, tried to take it off him. And
that's what you do as an attacker. You just wait for those defenders to go for that stick behind the head.
Yep.
And you say, thank you very much.
And once they've gone, there's an easy shot.
Another bounce shot.
Check.
And Woodford with the ball, he's been good out of the centre.
He's going.
And he doesn't mind these. And this is the one, good from the sniper there. But Woody's been really good tonight as well.
Oh, actually,
in the face.
Brighton out of the face-off's been fantastic tonight.
Oh, good inside look, and that's going to be over and back. If he doesn't get it, it's going to go over and back. No, good work there from Mitch Fuss and Motors. But he's got inside his defender. Here he is, Libba. Oh, good work there from Mortimer. Mortimer says, not in my country, mate. He said, I wasn't an Australian captain for no reason, even though he wasn't a long stick. So Dan Evans with the ball. Oh, there's... probably had another option there. As Chippy, good outlet there to Woody. Sniper's just chasing him down. This was an arm and limb with the ball on the outer side here now. Score is on the Living Choice scoreboard, 8-4 in the way of the Brighton Bombers against the Glenelg Seahawks. And that was a bit of up and back from both sides there.
No, it's really good actually. Still plenty of time left in the game for Glenelg here, so just need to get a couple of stops, a few goals, and we'll have a game on our hands.
That we will. As the ball just kicks down the back here to Selleck. And Selleck kicking the ball up here to Cam Adams. Over to Brigham. Those shoes are outstanding though, Ryan.
Yeah,
I'm going to say it again. As we see Eben Locke, this is where he does his work. Oh, he's still got it. And just pops it over the top. And that's what Eben Locke is well known for, isn't he?
That's it, mate. He loves it.
And we have a few people online here. Josh Tape says sound is about 10 seconds behind the footage. No, mate, we're doing that. It's like ventriloquism. Good save there from Watts. And we've got a few people watching online here. Love hearing Gaspari's sultry tones, says Brady Williams. Hey? And that's Lee Perham's, that is the fat lady singing. Because Glenelg obviously have only scored 4 for the game, and there's sort of like probably 10, 11 minutes left. And they're going to need to get a real motor on here and get 5 quick goals. And given the fact they've got 4 3/4, and mind you, lacrosse is a funny game. And sometimes it does happen in runs like that, but yeah, Brighton holding all the cards at the moment on this Friday Night Live on LSA TV. And yeah, so East Torrens tomorrow for you, Ryan.
Yep, looking forward to it. It's going to be a good battle, I think.
That, obviously having played out there for many years, going back to North Adelaide.
A lot of friends out there, so
as we do.
And it's their gala day as well, I think.
Oh, good. So we wish. And yes, and the man himself, Scotty Gills, 300. See, that's the Henry Haskett again does it again himself, and
he's walked through a few of them.
Henry Haskett, that's his. He did that last time down the bottom here in the 3rd quarter, where he's actually walked in, got good side. You see, I would have almost shot it on that first one he got in, but he just sort of dragged that extra and then got him away.
That's it, mate. That's why you're sitting here.
And that's a well. I don't even get the shot away that well, Ryan. I do wouldn't have made it the crease. So we've got a 9-5 game here.
And that fat lady's just taken a seat, mate.
Well, she's sitting down. She's sitting down. Well, it was cold.
Yes, okay.
But and just as she starts sitting down, Jackie Woodford picks up the face-off again. Oh, there's some stuff going in here between Evans and Woodford. And I think Dan Evans is going to cop this one because there was some really ugly stuff after this ball went off, and there was some cross-checks going on left, right and centre there. And Dan Evans is going to go and have a seat because he's given Jack Woodford one around the neck. Mind you, Jack, he's not too fussed with that.
No, he actually doesn't get too fussed with much at all. will take a fair bit before he does any kind of retaliation.
And obviously good mates.
Yes. Those two,
That's what you do. A little bit of a love tap for your best mate.
Oh, that's it.
No,
No,
there you
after
go.
the game, they'll be talking to each other again. No worries.
So here we go. Brighton looking over the other side. Woodford, oh, little alley-oop. Hey, you saw that in the NBA today.
One time.
Just up the top, little alley-oop. And that just rubs salt into the wound as Dan's sitting over there as Jack Woodford's the one that drags it from the sky and puts it down.
He's pulled that out of the heavens.
And white men can jump, Brian.
Well, I've tried before and people seem to laugh at me when I do it.
No, mate, I'd never laugh at you if you're scoring goals for me.
Okay, no worries.
So, and Brighton with another one there just pushes the score out to 10-5.
Yes,
and
she's
it's been a bit of a
warm up the vocal cords again, the old lady.
It's been a bit of a scoring fest in the last minute and a half.
I like it.
So Brooks here on Marinkovic as just comes in. Cam Adams comes in to lend a hand. They're obviously in a man-down situation, about to be released, and no damage done there for the Seahawks. As the ball comes out the other side. Gets it down, and the young Cam White just in the league. Oh, just welcome to a bit of State League lacrosse. Yeah, he's only played, 2 games in about 6 years. Cam. But he's certainly got some pace out there, and obviously Shicks has gone, well, it's about time we need something special. We need to release him. And Jack Price against that, a good double there. Got to keep moving. Toddy Bartlett opens up on the bottom corner again. And Luke Keesing just thinking about doing some one-on-one stuff. Oh, he could have almost stepped back in then. Toddy Bartlett, little inside step, looks, bang. And a bit of razzle-dazzle there from Toddy Bartlett. And he gets his 3rd of the game, 2nd of the last quarter. And we're back to a 10-6 game, so she's just sitting down again.
She's just sat down quietly, yes.
Up and down and up and down and up and down the fat lady goes. She thought she was starting to sing, but not yet.
No, Toddy Bartlett said sit down.
Toddy Bartlett said sit down a little bit longer. But they need a face-off win here, Glenelg, because the times are running out. And the ball down to be won. Might have been a loose ball push there. So white ball. And that's a penalty. If that's true to the law, that's a penalty. There should have been a flag thrown then because he wasn't within, he was out of the 5-metre bubble, but there's a flag anyway. Karma says. Got a 30-second hold.
This is what Glenelg need.
And this is exactly what they need. So it's 4-goal game here on the Living Choice scoreboard. We see Brighton 10, Glenelg 6. And you can see there, just getting his flag thrown back to him, that another goal here with a little bit of momentum with the last sort of 5 or 6 minutes would certainly go a long way to Glenelg getting back into this game. Hines, Price, oh, just nailed the defender, but got a shot away. Hines, oh, looks down the bottom and just tossed that one away. And that's not what Glenelg needed. So just the right option. Had him there, and he's already got one there before tonight. Oh, there we go. Lukey Keesing gets one back, and we're back to a 3-goal game here. So just an inherent pass coming out of the defensive stick there, and that's Wells. And he certainly would want to have that one back, and that's obviously one of the imports coming back here. He'd take that one back home with him, would he?
Yes, he would, mate. And as that goal's been scored, the lady there, she's just gone for a bit of a walk.
She's wandering now. The fat lady's wandering. She doesn't want to start the voice up just yet. No. We're back to a 10-7 game here with about 5 minutes to go, and Woodford. And this would be a big one if Stevie. And we've got a timeout called by Brighton. Oh, in the blink of an eye. She should never have got up. You can see the replay here. Stevie Mortimer just going about his work under immense pressure. Good look, and that's a cracking shot. That's a sizzler. So 2 goals, 10-8 here at the fourth quarter. We've probably got about 4 minutes to go, give or take.
Friday night under lights doesn't disappoint, Tone.
Especially, it was just like last week when, Burnside got in front of North Adelaide, and then all of a sudden, Dorothy, there's no place like home. There's no place like home.
She's clicked the heels.
And 3 big goals in a row put them in front.
Oh, very exciting game, that one.
Very exciting game. And we have another one here. So, yeah, look, if you're not on the live stream and you've been watching, send some messages out. Like us, do whatever you need to do. Get people on for this last 4 minutes, because the way the games are going, it's going to turn into a cracker, and we might even go into an OT game here, Ryan.
Oh, I can't wait, mate. I can't believe she's got in her car and she's driven away.
Oh, no, not yet.
It's not going to happen.
Did you tell her that the keys were in the back seat?
I've told her, mate. She said there's not going to be a decision made. There's 4 minutes left. This is going down to the wire.
So really, really pivotal face-off here.
Yes.
For, as we see...
got the big guns on the wing.
Brigham.
Yes.
Brought out
Look at the shoes.
Look at the shoes on that. There is gold in them there, Hills. As a ball to be won, and there we go. Dan Evans picks the ball up.
Big
so
face-off win.
Game on here at the Glenelg Lacrosse Club. Friday nights live on LSA TV. Brought to you by Living Choice, and obviously traditional Verandas Roofing and Carport, and Luke Keesing. Just getting a ball down the bottom. Did another one here with a couple of minutes to go. Would certainly be very, very interesting. Oh, Jack Price steps inside. Oh, puts that one over the top. And was that the one?
That was the one. Plenty of time left, Tone. Plenty of time.
So, time had, and you can see there's opportunities. So give it back to Price. He's picked up Wells. Wells obviously with that inherent pass before that just, that kept the momentum going. White to Bartlett. Bartlett slipped again. Lost the handle of the ball. Good pick up there from Brigham. Brigham looking at his options, and there's one across the thing, obviously to a teammate. Ball's got to be chased down here. Got some motors, Wells, and he won't mind having a shot, although that's time to pull it out now and take some time off the clock. And I'm sure you'll see Brighton do exactly that.
That's what I'd be doing.
I'm sure if you could mic up Mango, he's probably sitting there going...
Chill out.
Chill. Yeah,
just relax.
Just relax. Okay, so we're just trying to get a time update here. We reckon there's probably about 3 minutes to go in this game. Glenelg need a shutout here. As good just on cue, need a shutout. And Stu Moore, and here we go, Henry Haskett. He's been good. He's been very good. He's got Luke Keesing on this left-hand side. Just steps, looks. Oh, Luke took his eye off the ball.
It was a very hot pass.
It was. But they're the things that in these tight games that get you back in them. And maybe Henry could have thrown that just a little bit earlier.
I think he's almost close enough to shoot at time.
So need to get the ball out here, and Mitch Fuss with the ball. He has a big motor. Jared Hines going about his work. Good work there from Mitch Fuss to get over the line as he's just gives it over to Perham. Perham just misses Lock down the backside. Paddy Palmer Lock. There's a battle. And let him play.
Rubbin is racing.
Rubbin is right. Look at that. There's like a rugby scrum out there at the moment, and the ball's come off yellow. That will be a Glenelg ball. So Paddy Palmer with the ball here.
Tone, I think we've got about a minute and a half, I think.
Oh, minute and a half. Minute and a half, two to go. Oh, Code just misses the outlet. And Cam White just, he's not normally on the end of those clears. So we see Brighton with the ball, and limited time in this game now. And if you're Brighton, you would certainly just be pushing as Paddy Palmer goes about his work on Kai Selleck. And a good pass there. No, it wasn't a good pass. Ball to be won. And here we go. Have they got it? You give it up to Keesing. Keesing steps in. Oh, that's a big slash.
Toddy
Bartlett, oh, misses again. And that will still be a Glenelg ball, but some of these some of these shots certainly need to get it. There's limited time in the game, so
they got to go. They
need to go to the cage. Certainly need to go to the cage. We've probably got about a minute left in this game. They need a goal. They need a quick goal here if there's any chance. Kicks it over the back. They can't afford to just play with the ball up the top here. As another one just sails over the top. Glenelg have certainly had their opportunities in front of the cage, Ryan.
They have, mate. They've had plenty of opportunities. Just sail them wide. Maybe Chippy's making good position out there and making them have bad shots.
So, certainly not much time left. It's Jared Hines. Oh, great good check there. Good back up there. Just tried to do too much. And the ball is missed, and that will probably end up being the game now because there is... She's just driven back in, Ryan.
Yeah, she's just pulled up.
Did you see her get out the car?
I did, mate.
Yep. Starting to warm up her vocal cords now. Limited time left in this game. Under a minute, we think. As the ball is kicked out here to Cookie. Oh, but a ball dropped. Need a win here. Arlen Lim just picking up the ball well. Steps the other side. And Evan Locke. Good. That's great ball holding, isn't it?
Another box player.
Hey, just you can't. That is a very, very, very good skill to have. As the whistle goes, and here we go. The Brighton Bombers here on Friday Night Live at the Glenelg Lacrosse Club have run out 10-8 winners against Glenelg. And what was a very interesting game of lacrosse.
It was. It got blown out a bit early, but they've come right back and made it an interesting game.
So obviously Glenelg having a 5-3 quarter that quarter. And even though they had probably another 10 shots which sailed over the top.
They did. Toddy Bartlett come up big for Glenelg in the last quarter there. I think he put 3 away. So
he got a hat trick in the last quarter. So he ended up with 4 for the game. And we might just go through the goal scorers here. So on Brighton we had Eben. I can handle the ball and you're not getting it off me, Lock, with 1. We had Mitch Fuss with 1. I just see the pace coming down the outer side here. Dougie Brooks got 1. Arlen Lim had an outstanding game too with 2. Lee Perrin with a couple. Brigham, obviously their import, that first one was a sizzler. Oh. And Jackie Woodford just showing that the alley-oop isn't dead in lacrosse.
No, very nice.
And then in the Glenelg side, we had Henry Haskett with 2, Luke Keesing with 1, Toddy Bartlett with 4, Jared Hines with 1. And who's your thought process for the Living Choice player of the evening, mate?
Whoa. You know what? I think Chippy had a big day in goals, but I didn't mind Toddy Bartlett's work there at the end just to get 3 back at the end. But I tell you what, it could go to anyone, Tony. I'll leave that one to you, mate.
Yeah, look, you know what? Henry Haskett was really good.
Yes.
Toddy Bartlett got on the end when the chips were down, and he certainly stood up.
For the team.
I personally, though, the work that Chippy did in the cage, I don't think he can go past him tonight.
Fair call. That was my first thought.
I think in that second quarter where they put up 15 shots for 1 goal, you know, and he had 8 saves or something. I think you just can't beat that.
No, you can't go past him. And he stood out there as well. So,
and with a two-goal game, you know, just to save 8, you probably, you know, even if you get half of them, you're still going down. So by 2. So I think, yeah, all in all, I think he's probably stood up big tonight, and he has those nights.
He does, mate, he does. Once he gets him in, if he starts off the game and he makes a few good saves, you better look out.
He's certainly a confidence player, isn't he?
Oh, big time.
Yep. And that's to take nothing away from the other end of the cage. Had some
Cody Watts had some big saves, as I said. The only goalie I reckon that still does the splits.
Yeah, yep. And, you know.
Got that all from you, mate, as I hear?
Nothing from me.
No?
No lacrosse skill? No. He got nothing. he got my last name. How's that?
Okay, fair enough. He doesn't go around saying, I learned everything from my dad.
Yeah. So as we just bring our Living Choice player of the evening over to join us, and we might just take a stand here. Oh, if my legs aren't frozen, as we just sort of come into here. We'll get Chippy on board. We'll get him over here. Sorry, I'll come over here and over here. And I'll give you these, Mr. Chippy.
Oh.
There we go. So our living choice player of the game is Mr. Clint Barker. Chippy, Clint Barker.
How are you guys?
Made that second quarter. We reckon that there was about 15 shots had for 1 goal, and you made about 8 saves. So,
really?
Yes.
No, that's good. You know, like it's always tough playing Glenelg. You know, top of the ladder sort of matchup tonight. So, you know, it's just great to be out here and have a crack at them. So
yeah, and obviously you got a couple of your imports in.
Yeah, Matt and Nick.
So it is Matt. We nicknamed one of them already.
Oh, really?
Brigham. We call him Liberace now with those shoes he has.
They're very good. They're good blokes. Yeah, gold shoes.
Oh, they're terrible, aren't they? And but no, that shot he lit up Cody down this, mate.
He can shoot.
We were right
behind it. It was a sizzler.
So yeah, and obviously look, a good win, showing some strength.
Important for sure.
Very much so.
You know, and we've still got some really good guys like Perham that's still playing good lacrosse, and young Mitch Fuss has really stepped up. So we're pretty happy with the way we're going at the moment.
Yeah, we did say that. We said that obviously you had Mitch, the motors he has in his legs, but he plays good defence as well.
And he can shoot. You know, he's a good cutter as well.
Eben, I mean, the guy.
Tough. And Jack's really tough in the face as well. So
outstanding tonight. And across the board, Jakey playing X. He's normally in that crease role, but he's doing a really good job down at X. And, you know, Dougie went, and Arlen Lim as well, you know, just had... He's going to be a quality player.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Arlen's got really pretty stick skills, so he's going to be awesome. He's going to state next week, isn't he?
He is.
That's good.
Yeah, we were trying to keep that quiet. But that's all right. Everyone watching on LSA TV, you'll see Arlen Lim shooting it past the Victorians next week. And, yeah, but look, on your game, mate, you must be really pleased with where you're at.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're 5 games in. Defensively, we're keeping scores. I mean, that was probably our highest score.
Yeah, 8-10. So.
You know, no, things are going well, so it's good to be back.
Good. Well, it's good to see you eating them up in there, Chip, and congratulations on being the living choice player of the game, and we look forward to seeing you in the rest of the season, buddy.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
All right. Thanks, mate. So there we go. Clint Barker in the cage for... Okay, we'll stand up here. Clint Barker in the cage for Brighton, as he just trottles off. And, yeah, look, what was to be touted as a fantastic game, it literally was a great game.
What a cracker. Friday night under lights. What else do you want?
Yeah, that's better. Sorry. We just handed the mic over and we're getting this real roughness in the ears. Ryan said, your voice isn't that husky.
No. Mine was last week. I had the flu last week.
I know you did, mate. You didn't look right when you were out there. I'd just say you dropped one of the balls on the right-hand side when it was passed to you, and I thought that's not the Ryan Gaspari that I know.
No, well, I broke my bag. I wasn't going to play, and then you know, you get to the lacrosse game. It's under lights, and you go, oh, geez, I really want to play this.
That's my thought process last week. Bring my bag, and it's lacrosse.
Anything can happen.
It does. And so obviously Brighton running out winners 10-8 here this evening. We had what we thought was going to be a fantastic game. Turned out to be a fantastic game. Glenelg certainly with their opportunities to put Brighton away at one point, but Brighton, to their credit, held up really well. And we might just start to go inside and get a bit warm here, right?
Yes, the temperature's still dropping.
So on behalf of Lacrosse SA TV, we thank Christian for being up on the camera up there. It's obviously a bit warmer up there, mate. Not really. And Michael Hood obviously was on the camera in the first game. I'd like to thank Linton Arscott, who was commentating the first game. Ryan, fantastic to have you on board for LSA TV, and look forward to getting plenty more throughout the year.
Hope so.
Obviously to Marty Baker, who runs everything in the back end here. Can't talk without him. And so from myself, Tony Watts, and obviously Ryan Gaspari, TV tonight, and we'll see you when we're next flying the balls at you.